Hey, what's up? Welcome back for another League of Legends video, this time doing a replay of a game I did earlier today. Wasn't expecting it to go as well as it did, as I haven't played Yorick in months. But got kind of bored of playing some of the other champions, tried out Yorick, and had a lot of fun. So I thought this would be a good idea, because I do a few things right, and I do quite a bit wrong. And it's the things I do wrong that I think will be more helpful here. In this matchup, I'm up against a Trundle, which I like only because I'm not building super tanky, so he's not going to counter me too hard. First bit of this game's actually fairly boring. We get in some good trades, but as you can see on the timeline, nothing really happens for a while, especially top lane. But going for sort of a standard build, gonna start Sheen into Triforce, and then the goal is actually get a ZZ Rot. I want to be split pushing as hard as possible, given Yorick is a split push monster. So me and the Trundle get a pretty good trade-off there, and the big difference with our items, I went Corrupting Bot, he went Shield. So I'm doing a little bit less damage to him if I don't have my potions ticking, which I don't always, because I don't normally start with Corrupting Potion. It's not an item I'm comfortable with. I usually just go Shield. But anytime I play Yorick, I have pretty hard mana problems, so I figured switch it up, go with the recommended. All I want to be doing is farming, especially at Yorick. Farming under turret's not terribly difficult, given his Q is an auto reset. I missed that minion like a scrub. I do not claim to be good at this game. I'm currently like bronze 3, ended last season like silver 3, but I haven't really been doing a whole lot of rank. This is just a normal game until I get comfortable with top lane again, as I was playing a lot of support. But take a second just to say, playing support in these lower elos is just not a good time. Your ADC likes to bitch and complain every time something goes wrong, or even if something goes right. I had a few times where I'd accidentally get first blood because I would take ignite depending on champion, and they're like, "Oh, I can't believe you did that to me." It's like, well, ignite ticked. What do you want from me? But back to the game that we're actually playing. And this is sort of where I start doing things wrong. You can wait and have up to 4 of these ghouls. I chose to take 3 here because I saw my minion wave. It's like, alright, well, I can push this under turret really hard, but without that extra ghoul, I'm going to lose a little bit of kill pressure. So I use my E to make sure my ghouls go onto him. They're not very hard for Trundle to kill, but he does take them out rather quickly. Which is where the 4th one would have been nice. It might have been an extra like 20 damage or something. And every damage counts, especially in this scenario. I have a couple options here. I could flash Q, but with the door and shield and he went grasp, he's kind of tanky. I honestly don't think I'd get him. However, as I was walking away, I didn't realize his health was getting so low. He was taking a bunch of minion aggro, and I just did not properly pay attention. But I teleport back almost immediately because I see my jungler up top, and I know this is a great time to apply some pressure. Unfortunately, the Nillaly missed her spear. I use my ult here because I know he's trying to back. So all I want to do here is push this wave as fast as I possibly can. Like, I don't want him backing. Unfortunately, the Akali and Jax come top. I have no idea the Akali has a kill under her belt. I wasn't really paying attention. And she doesn't get the best of me, but I was kind of hoping to be able to, two-shot her or something with the Sheen. Did not work out the way I wanted, but I don't go down, and that's sort of the important part at this moment. So Jax is sticking around, but with no mana, and I'm, pretty healthy, I don't feel too threatened in pushing this wave in a little. I summon my ghouls and try to E him to get them on him, just to apply a little pressure. The more I can keep him out of his jungle and out of farming, the better it is for my jungler, because Jax is obviously going to out-farm in Italy. It doesn't help that Nidalee wasn't the greatest jungler either, but so I'm taking this trade given I'm a level higher, but it's Trundle. Trundle ult is pretty oppressive, and I still don't have my ult up, so I'm losing a bunch of damage. I didn't really have my ghouls. This is what I was talking about, where I do a lot of things wrong. I see the level advantage and assume I can take them, and I can't. And it almost cost me. Now, I luck out here in that I've taken Grasp, and I've taken Bone Plating, and whatnot. So, I am a little tanky, even without tank items. Luckily, we've slain an Ocean Drake as well, so I'll get a little bit more health per second, which is fantastic in this situation. I see Trundle's not here, so I do immediately start pinging. It's because I find that's also the biggest issue in low elo. No one pings. Everyone likes to type and bitch and complain and just tell everyone else how much they suck, but no one just wants to ping and avoid having to tell people they suck. Because if you ping, maybe they'll make the right play. Yeah, I'm scared of an Akali. If Akali jumps onto me, I know it's not necessarily game over, but nope, I lied. It was game over. I actually kind of forgot about this. I wasn't expecting this Akali to, just go balls deep like that. And I didn't realize our Echo was so far behind as well. This was unfortunate. I very, very much misplayed that, and I feel kind of silly for it. But as far as dumb plays go, that's really just one of the two dumb plays I make. The rest I do a pretty good job. So I don't have a whole ton of gold on that death, so boots and ruby crystal longsword. Want to prepare for my phage. Another part of the Triforce piece. Now that I'm rewatching this, I feel bad about how bad I actually do pushing out this wave. If it wasn't for the ghouls, I'd be in trouble. Because I was not hitting anything. So I see my team's in trouble, and I also know that the wave's going to slow push back out to me by the time I get top, so I feel very comfortable making this roam to try and help. The Akali did burst me down, so now I'm kind of scared. So all I'm trying to do here is stay in front of my ADC, because if they jump onto me, Xayah will kill them. She's 4-0. I'm not trying to make the big play. Xayah can do that. All I gotta do is be a human meat shield. which is fine. To be useful in League of Legends, you do not have to be getting, pentakills and double kills, and just, you don't have to be leading in kills. There are other ways to lead your team, or to help your team. Being a human meat shield for your AD carry, very good way of helping your team. So, and this is this is also why I like Yorick. He's especially against someone like Trundle. I blind picked Yorick into top lane, and I'm so happy they didn't pick somebody mobile. Anyone who's mobile who can get out of Yorick's wall is a really big problem. But I use my ult here because, again, I'm not trying to kill him. It's, I have a CS advantage. How do I push it? Well, I get this wave under the turret, and I force him to farm under turret. But with my ghouls and my ult and me, he's going to have a hard time. As he's going for all these minions, I'm just going to do what I do here and attack him. I didn't think I was going to be in turret range, and yeah, I messed this play up. If I didn't take those few turret shots, I'd feel a little safer just flashing in. But it is a Trundle. I wasn't really keeping track. I don't know if he's got his ult up. I know it doesn't really have mana, but it's still a Trundle, and I'm still going to respect him. And it's at this point of the game where I'm thinking, oh, why? I'm kind of concerned we're not going to win this. Because Akali is 9-0. And an Akali player who knows what they're doing can hard carry. This Akali does know what she's doing. However, as you'll see very soon, we end up in a situation where our siege is just too good for them, regardless what this Akali does. I don't know where this Trundle is, so again, I'm going to push. I cannot let him get a free back, and that's always where you're going to win in top lane. It's wave control and understanding the situation to back, when not to back, when to teleport. So I'm making my buy here. I look at the minimap, or I look at the map, and it's like, oh, okay, well, the wave is by his turret. It's going to slow push back into mine. I don't have to teleport. I can walk top. But I no longer see him in vision, and I'm pinging, because if he walks down to help that Akali, they're going to just beat everyone on my team. This Akali does not need help. I'd rather she not get any. And this was a beautiful moment. I don't know why they thought this was going to be a good idea, but they thought this was going to be a good idea. I wall there because I'm not trying to trap them. I'm trying to block them. I want to walk up and take some shots. So I turn on the Jack almost immediately. Get him because he's taking turret shots. The Trundle hit me, so he started taking turret shots before it actually died. And I'm just like, okay, well, you're going to get my turret, but I'm going to kill two of you. So I come out on top in that scenario. And the rest of my team's finally starting to pick it up. Not finally starting. The Zaya was always doing quite well. But a Morgana getting items is much more useful than the Echo getting items at this point, because he's just too far behind. But, and this is what I was saying, they got my turret, but I got 2 kills, and I can see where all their guys are, so I know I'm free to take this too. So, 2 kills on a turret, I come out much further ahead than either their jungler or their top laner. I've got, red buff because I killed their jungler. Things are looking pretty good. I want to back here, get my Triforce completed. Triforce on any of these like split push bruiser types is obviously your first goal, because it helps you split push so efficiently. This is the second play I was talking about where I do something dumb. I know they're there, and I'm not trying to pick a fight. I was just trying to get a ward down just to see how many of them would be there. And the Tom Kench ends up ulting in, which I wasn't fully expecting that. I kind of forgot that's what Tom Kench does. And that's the second stupid play I make. And I get punished for it. I thought my team was there. I'm pretty tanky. For some reason, I assumed I was going to be more useful than I was, but the Akali, was like 10-1 at that point. So she, two-shot me. But, you learn from your mistakes, hopefully. So, given the situation, their threat is down, so I want to be clearing top and trying to push top back, because right now it's in their advantage. And I also know if this Trundle comes at me, I will kill him. At this point, I don't really even need my ult. Triforce over his Hydra is much more in my favor. Sorry. All in all, I wasn't really paying attention to CS. Turns out I actually have the highest at this point, which I never have the highest, so, hooray. I see my AD carries in battle with the Akali, and honestly, I sort of expected the Akali to get her, but this Xayah knows what she's doing. Very happy to have her on my team. So with Akali dead, they don't really have any threats. Like Tristan is still gonna hurt, but I'm Yorick. And I have, our Fed ADC. All I gotta do is stay in front of her. So at this point, just trying to kill some time. Honestly, I wasn't really sure what to do, so I'm just clearing mid. I know I've got my ghoul soon. I know I can push this relatively easily. And I know the Morgana was coming as well. If the Morgana lands a bind, I can go in, or if I land a Q, she can bind right after that. Not that I told her, but I was hoping to use her as bait, and it worked. The Tom Kench thought he had her, and he didn't. I mean, even if this Xayah doesn't show up, I'm gonna kill them. But Xayah showed up, and I got a double kill off it because, again, I'm Trundle. Now watch this. This was cool. I've got my ghouls. No, I don't. I've got my ult, and I'm waiting on my ghouls. But then the Akali thinks she's going to do something. I put my wall right in the middle, just because it's Akali. A lot of them don't play on the edge because they're scared of walking out accidentally. So we get her, and we keep sieging, because, again, my ult, and I have a Triforce. Now I've got my ghouls up, and this is the siege I was talking about. There's just nothing they can do against this. We have a Fed ADC. We have a Triforce split pusher. And we have ghouls, and just all this extra free damage. No one's targeting my ult because, obviously they're not targeting my ult, but, he's just standing there, man, getting all this free damage. Now, at this point, I'm feeling kind of ballsy. I'm like, yeah, I can take this Akali, given my Q almost, two-shots her. But the Tom Kench eats her and walks away, and I don't know why, but I thought she was still in here. I didn't actually see Tom Kench eat her. Wasn't really paying attention, I guess. And it's at this point I die. I mean, we overstay, sort of. Wouldn't really call it overstaying, given our ADC is still pretty healthy, with fleet footwork of all things, so she's gonna be able to heal up. And this happens. I don't know why they all walked like that in front of Azaya. Like, obviously you're getting ulted. But they went for it. Can't blame them. But yeah, they end up surrendering, and, you know, rightfully so. They had one player who was honestly any use, and on our side, we had the siege. We had the damage, we had the tank, we had the siege. It was good. I pick up the ZZ Rod, but don't really get a chance to use it. But I like that it was armor and magic, and again, I was gonna hard split. But yeah, thanks for watching, and